We here, we here, we here. We here, we in shit. Ha! Why am I making faces like that? I don't know. Why am I wearing this hat? I don't know. Be a lot of burning questions answered today. I think for the edification of those that want to know. Whew. Um, we're gonna sit here for a second. Second for we sit to our side. Go be fair in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, well, if by everyone you mean me, what's up is this live. What's up is you pulled up, and what's up is you are going to get what you pulled up for. Maybe some stuff you wanted to talk about, maybe some stuff you didn't want to talk about. You know, the usual bric-a-bracs that fill the shelf of social media conversation. Oh, that was a nice analogy. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. That was a nice analogy. And that was off the dome. Diabolical in the building. Diabolical. Diabolical. Yes. We will weave us a grand web of interaction tonight. I'm feeling. Thank you, sir. I think you said that before when I wore it. Yeah, this ain't new. Actually, I've had this joint for a minute, man. I think had this when the movie came out. Yeah. It's that. I'm a good caretaker with my gear. Grand Madam. Well, hello there, Grand Madam, Queen Mother. Welcome. You grace us with your presence. Hi. I'm tripping. I'm just happy you're here. I'm just glad y'all pulled up to the scene ski. And we're gonna go ahead and go in. Wait for a couple of you folks pull on up, and when you do, we're gonna get it started. We're gonna get it started up in this piece. We're gonna get, because y'all usually kind of say hi to each other anyway. And I'm gonna leave y'all to it. Oh, you sharing it? Well, welcome everyone that's with my man Diabolical, or sharing it and being in here with me and Diabolical, or just however it's working right now, because I'm kind of technology slow. I've been fighting with my internet company, and they're, up here in Alaska, they like to have a monopoly on everything. You know what I mean? Where it's just like there's the grocery store. You can have a little grocery store, but there's only gonna be one big grocery store. Everything and everything else is like that, and you just gotta fall in suit. I guess it's easier to be the big dog when you got less dogs to beat. I don't know. Come on, you in the building, the president of the Black Panther fan group shouts out. So since you in the building, sir, we will. Do I still have one? Yeah, I do. I think I do. Dang me, I took it out. But you know what? I'm gonna get that back in. Matter of fact, we'll do that. Bam. We'll fly the banner like that. Boom. Okay. Who else gonna slid up in here? Ronnie J, what's good, baby? Okay. Oh, okay. We in the building now. All right. It's a party now. Okay. As y'all know, welcome to the live. Hey, hello, hi, how you doing? While y'all in there, in the chat, kind of greeting each other, in the foyer, as it will, for y'all, come on in and get your mental stimulation, your personal libation, based on social media situation. Again, that was the dome. Yeah, do that. Kung Fu kick the like button. What? Whoo. Yeah, the like button. Do that to it. Do that to it. Okay. I like to have visual stimulation for a situation. I feel like visually you relate a little better when something's laid out to you. So, where I want to start? Which end do I want to start on? Which end do I want to start on? Which end do I want to? I'm gonna start on this end. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. So as it gets heated, it get heated by the right stuff. Bam. There we go. There we go. Biles, Williams, Richardson, Osaka, and Reese. Ladies who have achieved things, excuse me, maybe this worked better. There we go. Ladies who have achieved things sports-wise. Arguably, things their contemporaries may not have been able to do or aren't currently doing. Why is it when female Black athletes are acknowledged at the level that these women are acknowledged that we have to dig that much deeper and that much harder to find faults, to find flaw? You know what I mean? Why do, because and I'll admit, being athletes, they're going to get analyzed. They're going to get analyzed when they win. They're going to get analyzed when they lose. Outed when they win. They're going to be berated when they lose. So, I'm going with them about something outside of sports, because I can't crap on their accomplishments on the field. Oh, that one, she said she dropped out of the competition because she needed a mental illness day. Oh, ain't she a man? That she takes steroids, and that's the only way she could be that strong. Oh, she got mental health issues. Oh, she smoked weed. Oh, she got an attitude on the court. Why? Why? Why do we maintain that level of well, I ain't gonna say we, because I find that being lumped into stuff is unfair and disingenuous. So people who subscribe to the belief that these women are that these women being human is a chink in their armor. You know what I mean? Now, if you going to an Olympic trial and they testing for substances, any substance whatsoever, then yeah, you probably want to get your golden seal. You probably want to get your kit or whatever, or just refrain for a couple of days and don't smoke no weed. But hey, everybody and their mama know marijuana is not a substance that's going to impair or improve your performance on a track field. So, like my man Kamayo said here, definitely bigotry on their part, because I know when I reported on it, my thing about it was, if you knew, that's one thing, but if it ain't impairing performance, what's the issue? It's not giving her an advantage or a disadvantage. It would be the same thing as if they couldn't drink before the trials and somebody found alcohol. Well, are you giving them this blemish because they broke a rule, or because what they did is going to adversely affect their performance or someone else's performance? Hey, Kate, how you doing? Ronnie J say, I have one word for those people that hate on those 5 women that you have on the screen. Those people are haters because they cannot do what these athletes can do. And Ronnie, not only because of what they can do, but because of what they have achieved because of what they can do. You feel me? Grand Madam say it's done to deliberately turn the public against them. It is believed that Black women are not to be honored as an accomplished athlete or anything else. They are to be kept in their place. And that's coming from the OG. And y'all need to be listening. Queen Mother spoke on it. Queen Mother spoke on it. And I don't really think there's anything else that need to be said as far as that. But I'm glad y'all attacked this subject with with such fervor, with such vigor. I just feel like a lot of times, because like I said in the title, Black women, especially in sports, Black women in general, work twice as hard, achieve twice as much, only to be half as appreciated. Not even half, but just not even appreciated for all of the hard work that they do to be what they are and to achieve what they achieve. And some of them, I mean, not these 5 ladies, but some of them, on top of doing monumental things like these ladies, are mothers on top of that, and then on top of that are in school, and then on top of that are, well, we ain't gonna get into none of that, but just suffice to say, they are positions they are in positions that deserve a lot more respect than what they get. I mean, I personally, Miss Osaka is the only one that I haven't really, got off into, their exploits and achievements. But if, she's being harassed because of what she does or doesn't choose to do, why can't that be based on the merit of what she's accomplished, of what she's capable of doing? You wouldn't do that if I don't know, if Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals said, I don't feel like playing this week because my grandmother died and I need to have a mental health weekend or a time to grieve, and they don't get that to him, or they say he's less of a quarterback because he chose to do that. You feel me? Let me go ahead. I think, y'all already know the gist of what I'm saying, so I can pull that off the screen and y'all can get my beautiful face once again. But I mean, and I know, a lot of black women who, like my, my homegirl, Jasmine, who I work with down at the radio station. She gets a lot done. I mean, she gets a lot done, a whole lot done. And, just her energy is just, through the roof, but her desire to achieve or, to have grand plans and accomplish things, seem to supersede that, So, if you're, what is it? Your means should not exceed your desire. And I think she's real grounded in that, to say the least. So, shout out, homie. I see you out there, keeping it 10 toes down. Keep doing what you do, girlfriend. It is the need to dehumanize us. And I don't get that even now when you done had a president that's black. I would think that should have been, we ain't hit the apex yet. Damn. We being president ain't enough. Oh, we wear dark suits around here, boy. You can't come in here with that beige suit. Literally. Not that I'm claiming, to say anything Democrat or Republican this way or another. That's a black and white thing. Y'all can't tell the man he can't wear a beige suit. That's not protocol. Man, stop it. Y'all should know by now, by all of the multiple changes and improvements in your culture that we have provided, that you should not be tripping on us doing it different. Maybe doing it different, we might find you a better way to do what you're doing. Maybe doing it different, we might find a better way to do it so that it's easier for it to be done. And haven't we done that over the old last 130 years? Keita says someone always has to be on the bottom for them. Yeah, I get that, Keita, but when it's just in you to not be on the bottom, you're not going to be kept down. At least a lot of us aren't going to be kept down. I mean, I could, take that and flip the conversation in a whole nother direction, but I don't want to take the shine away from them ladies, because that's initially, what brought us to this point. Why am I doing all this hand signals and I want to I'm tired. Anyway, it's about having the respect that one human being should have for another. They feel that as we rise, they are diminished somehow, even though we aren't checking for Rosewood, Black Wall Street, or Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black communities. Nobody was checking for them 100%. That is 100. Nobody was checking. We was doing our own thing. We were set to surpass them economically. And that's between the span of Reconstruction to the Harlem Renaissance, or just before. That ain't even 100 years. When we 10 toes down and we united, there's nothing we desire that can be denied us. And that's why you see, you know what? Perfect segue. Perfect segue. Graham Adams said we do it to ourselves also. It hides a lot of insecurities. Okay. You say give a Busta Rhymes on? I make sure everything remains raw. Anyway, that's my favorite Busta Rhymes song. I like that song. Anyway, division is exactly what I want to talk about. And now, I don't want to get into it and make it too personal, but again, if y'all can see from the kinds of interactions we get on X to the mentions of, recast T'Challa or people who are pro recast T'Challa, how we are regarded, how we are treated, how we are spoken of in some circles. Now, here's what a lot of people don't understand about division. Do you know that there is inter-organizational division? That's why some organizations break off and become something else. That's why factions splinter and form smaller ones. And since we're nerds, the best way to understand it is to give you an analogy that you can feel how the organization of Hydra splintered from the Nazi Party and became its own terrible thing in its own right. That's what I mean. So even within the blanket of recast T'Challa, you got people who are pro recast. Let's call them pro recast level 1. Pro recast level 1 is I want to see T'Challa recast. Now, I don't feel like I got to do or say anything for that to happen. I just want to see the character recast. And that's as far as they are willing to be involved in it. I know a bunch of them. I interact with them all day, every day. Yes, we would like to see T'Challa. Yes, we would like to see T'Challa. Yes, we would like to see T'Challa. Are you ready to step forward and say something to do something about it? No. That's level 1. Level 2 is where most of us fall in at, where I want to see the character recast. I'm willing to buy a pen and say that. I'm willing to wear a t-shirt and say that. I'm willing to endorse people who are pro recast T'Challa like myself. I'll sign a petition. Folks like me, like Kamoya, like Thea. We are willing to actually do a little more leg work than the average person to see it done. Okay? That's level 2. Level 3, extreme. 24/7, 365 on it. Don't care if it's right. Don't care if it's wrong. We doing it. Recast T'Challa. I will hurt you for T'Challa to be recast. I will come to your house and burn your building down. Not that there have been any noted examples of that, but a lot of people are extreme in their beliefs. A lot of people are extreme to the point where they're not even willing to be amenable to time constraints. As everybody well know, nobody who really wanted to see T'Challa recast was putting a time constraint on Marvel Studios in any way, shape, or form. We just said we wanted the character recast, not we want the character recast in 2022 or else. You know, the things that we know may be financially or that may be canonically impossible, but these people still want. I want Man Ape to have the ape hood on, and I want him to walk around in that costume, and I want him to have a little person as a sidekick, and I want it to all happen in an atomic reactor. Might not happen like that. I want T'Challa recast on February 17th, 2026, or else I'm gonna come to your company and burn it down. Ain't gotta be all that. We're not an extremist organization. We are not a cult. We have lives outside of social media. Irrational Pharaoh. So it's still disingenuous to assume who and what a person is based on what you read on a page. There are people who create entire pages on social media just to deceive other folks. It's called catfishing, dog. So how do you know you're talking to the person you're trading keystrokes with? You don't know if that's the Komoyo King on the other side of that emblem. It's Komoyo King's avatar. Ooh. So you're not really talking to Komoyo King. You are talking to Komoyo King enveloped in his avatar. Komoyo King enveloped in his avatar is not the same person you meet if you ran into the man on the street or at his job. So to judge a person by what they do on social media is not only wrong, it's disingenuous. If you're pouring every erg of who you are into a social media page, you're helping the catfishers. I mean, we want a little bit of mystique in who we are. We want a little bit of, who would what would that person really be like if I met them in person? I don't want, to play my whole card on social media and let somebody, this is all my whole life, all 56 years of me right there on that page. You get snippets, snapshots. I don't know about nobody else, but I don't give people enough stuff on me to accurately 100% piece together who and what I am, unless I give them more access to me. Everybody I'm friends with on X, I ain't friends with on Instagram. Everybody I'm friends with on Instagram, I ain't friends with on Facebook. So on and so forth. But there are some people who I share all three. of those mediums with. So that ain't everybody. You don't want to give everybody access to you. Not like that. You don't know what doors you're opening if you do. Okay. That part and facts. So I can only assume y'all was feeling what was being put down. You was digging what a brother was shoveling in that aspect. Okay, cool beans. Thank you. I'm glad that y'all understand that. But moving forward, can I speak just a little bit more about social media engagements? Okay, I'm glad y'all with it. Are we just going scorched earth on social media? Is that what we're doing? I mean, because as far as Recast the Child is concerned, are we? Is that what we're doing now? Because if so, and there is no other recourse, I would like it at least to be done strategically. Meaning, how many of us here have ever played the game Risk? Oh, I can remember getting together with my homies for many hours, sitting down at the kitchen table and just back and forth and back. Who's going to be the first to conquer the earth? And, and then, as the game goes on, you start to form alliances with the other players because either one player is too powerful or there are players sitting in places where we need that cleared out because we got to have that for the battleground because that's where everything is going to turn tail, right there where Europe meets Asia, right in that area right there. And when you control that little area connected to Africa and you control that little area right there and you just spread out from there like a virus. At least that's the way I always used to do it. Some people, and then there's the other strategy where you can sit back in Australia and just dump all your armies in Australia and just come smashing through. And as long as you can, but you got to know when to stop. You got to know when we've claimed enough ground. And so when engaging in social media banter, overwhelming numbers, overwhelming force. We already know what you're getting ready to say. You're going to say the same thing that the clown before you said. You cannot come with a fresh, logical perspective. No one can. They've all tried and they've all failed. So, this is the knowledge that you move forward with as pro recasters. You are not the invading horde trying to claim Castle Grayskull. You are with the sorceress in Castle Grayskull. You are in Castle Grayskull with He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Ram-Man, Battle. You are in there. You're not the one that has to attack and destroy. You got the high ground. You're in the stronghold. You already have forward knowledge about what's going to be said to you in regard to recast T'Challa. You know You already know. If I told y'all to put some of the things you've heard people say to you about why T'Challa can't be recast, and I bet you we'll blow this damn chat up with some of the same stuff over and over and over. Like how Marshawn Lynch get over and 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 over. It would just continue on, man. Y'all know I'm true. I take it off. Okay. We run this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to prove nothing to nobody. What was around first, the comic book or the damn movie? Conversation's over. Although we got these again, like I say, splinter factions. Okay, you're gonna have people when them video games come out, you're gonna have people that don't swear by nothing but the video game. Just like you got people who don't swear by nothing except what happens in the MCU. And then you got comic book people who are 100% faithful to what should happen in the comic book, or at least respect what goes on in the comic book. Most of the people who come at you about recast T'Challa are people who have very little or next to no knowledge of the character. And if they do have knowledge of the character and they coming at you about it, it means they don't love the character like they say they do. And they ain't going to do nothing but perceive your behavior as fanatical. Y'all feel me? There ain't nothing to be. We aren't the ones that have anything to prove. We aren't the ones that need to understand anything. That's why a lot of times y'all don't really see me engaging a lot of them fools, because they trying to get me to I'm not the one that needs to understand. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to convince me about something I already believe. You're trying to convince me of why I shouldn't believe it. You would have better luck trying to get a Christian to become a Muslim and vice versa. You don't know enough about it to engage me in conversation. People like that. That's why a lot of times I glaze. I'm like, I'll let y'all, like Tupac gonna hit him up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got, man, fuck these busters, man. I'm gonna let my homies ride on y'all. You know, you gotta be worthy. You know what I'm saying? I know I sound arrogant and narcissistic as hell, but it's because I'm confident. I ain't telling nobody I'm the be all, do all, end all, but I know damn sure way sight more than these folks that's always trying to shut down Buckmeister, or these folks that's always trying to shut down somebody when they put up recast T'Challa, or make mention of the fact that there's these shit ton of characters everywhere else in history that done been recast. It ain't about what company it is. It ain't about who was recast. It's about the fact that never, ever, 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 ever in the history of a cinematic character have we said, we ain't never showing this motherfucker again. Ever. When they done that, ever. You don't find that shit strange? But we the ones crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. It's like I'm done even trying to get you to get it. I know you don't get it, so shut up talking to me is where I'm at. I don't have to argue with you. The point's been proven over and over and over and over. Mother's been getting roasted on X for years now, thinking they know some shit they don't know. Why? I mean, I get gatekeeping, but I'm not a gatekeeper. No. And if you want T'Challa recast, you're not a gatekeeper either. Look up the definition of the word gatekeeper. I mean, matter of fact, we can do that shit right now. Gatekeeper, a person or thing that controls access to something. Are we trying to control people's access to the character of T'Challa? Are we trying to tell people the lens through which they should look at T'Challa? No, we just telling you to effing recast them. Put the character in your canon. It ain't got nothing to do with what anybody do or don't know. If you do it for one, you should do it for the other. How many other characters in history have been recast? And by the way, for the record of if any of you stupid ass people on X are watching, the definition of the word recast in continuing the role of a character with a different actor. The role of T'Challa, the Black Panther, has not been recast. I don't know how many times we got to say it. My father is not me. If my name was Henry Lee Akins Jr., I am not my father. I share his name, but I am not his father, and hence not a recast. See, that kind of stupid ass stuff like that when they trying to rationalize that. You see what I'm saying? They try. Let me get some of these comments, man, because I'm going off. You are defenders of the realm. That's precisely what you are, and hold that sword up high and say you got the power, damn it. We can list out their talking points before them, and then I've seen you do it, Gray. And I'm like, mighty knight, great slaying shall be done by that warrior. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, hey, a lot of y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know. I look at y'all X and Bruh, are they out to get me? Are they out to get a brother? Are they out to get a brother? What? Man. Man, don't y'all tell me nothing about nothing. Don't y'all tell me nothing about nothing. Don't y'all tell me nothing about nothing. Y'all saw this. Y'all saw this. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Oh, bruh. Hey, see, when it get heated, I told y'all, man, I am not here for no likes and subs, man. I'm just here to tell the damn truth. And some people don't like that, apparently, huh? So, you know, um Mr. Smith. Oh no, y'all ain't getting me like that. Y'all ain't getting me like that. Y'all ain't getting me like that. You know what I'm saying? See, don't never. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was here. You was here. You was in here and you saw that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with my internet. Nothing. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What we talking about up here? For those interested, Richard Burbage was the first. That's random as hell, Mr. Smith. You was holding it down, though. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. I was going about you. Okay. Word. Oh, yeah, I damn sure was. That part. That part right there. Just man, like I said, I ain't gonna go rehash it because I know most of y'all out there are vicious lions anyway. Don't let nobody tell you nothing because you already know. And I guess that's what I was getting at. And I guess that's what makes the most sense to them and they don't like it is that we already know what we want and how we want it and the terms of what we want. People ain't used to you coming with them with that much linear unity and fulcrum because make no mistake, we got the ability to flip it on its ass simply by saying we ain't gonna participate fiscally. Make no mistake, man. I more like after just seeing this, I believe more than ever fiscally, we the little tiny faction was enough. Very wise man told me a long time ago, you are enough. We enough. Uh, like Cal Drogan. Yeah. In brightest day and blackest night. We ain't gonna let these punks treat us unright. Unright. Let those that wanna give us plight be ready to step up and move and fight. Recast the child. Okay. Let's flip the script and do something diff. I guess that's where I was with it, huh? I guess that's where I was with it already, huh? We was already because I'm gonna tell you, man, if we doing this thing, man, we can go another level with it. You know what I mean? This how I do what I do. If we really want to put something out there, look here, y'all. Real spill. I'm about to get real Captain America on y'all right now. Have y'all ever seen the movie Wind Talkers with Nicolas Cage? It's one of those World War II. It was kind of like Saving Private Ryan before Saving Private Ryan. You know, they were trying to speak in a code that couldn't be deciphered by the Nazis. And the Nazis had already hit everything else up all over the earth except Native Americans. They hadn't cracked that code. So we was using Native American language to speak. Now here is what I'm proposing. That when we speak in a language that only we can understand. Because as y'all can see, it's no longer a question about whether or not we're being heard. Because every time we speak, a motherfucker got something to say. Every time. I mean, I get it. Folks like Buckmeister are probably bringing that smoke, but he got a right to. Just like anybody else that puts anything else up consistently and perseverantly on their page. That man got a right to say T'Challa all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Just because you tired of hearing it don't mean you got to get your rusty ass up and have something to say about this man's consistency. Why don't you go somewhere and be consistent somewhere else? That's how I feel about that. So when we speak, we need to have a way to speak where if you down with the down with the down with the down with the down, you know exactly what's being said. You feel me? Dro hand talk. Yes, exactly like that. But what does Dro hand talk look like social media wise? Yeah, I knew you would. Yes, it does. I would say Hosa, but a lot of people know it that aren't pro recaps. So you tell me. But once they find out, they absolutely will. I'm meaning something that would be 1,000 times more difficult to decipher than Swahili or Hausa. It would have to be, if I'm being honest, it would have to be something like Klingon. You see what I'm saying? We would have to get mad linguistic with it. You know what I mean? It would totally have to be something like that. So that way, nobody but the folks who know those words, those phrases, those, you know what I'm saying, or that diction or whatever, it had to be something like that. And then so that way we can openly communicate and not feel like we giving away something. Because Lord knows it be people on social media looking at your videos and biting your style. And before you say no, you don't, if you ain't, how come so much of what was in my videos in yours? But that's neither here nor there. Back to it. Set of phrases with double meanings like E40. Just like that, my sahab. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly like that. Because let's be honest, that's what slang is. A way of communicating for the cool people. So the squares and the other folks don't know what's being said. That's what it's always been about. You know what I'm saying? But some Tom or some person that want to try to fit in with the other folks go and get it code away. That's why slang constantly morphs overall and regionally. This lesson has been brought to you by and that's how that shit goes, y'all. Why you think we don't frequently say the bee's knees anymore? Cat daddy. You know? 80s was a whole culture. 90s was a whole different culture. 2000s was a different culture entirely. And they all had different sets of language and linguistics that was used exclusively in certain regions. And it wasn't no whole entirely new language. But something in that vein is kind of like what I'm saying. Y'all niggas done got ultra nerd with it. He said Arab, Elvish. Goodness gracious. The Don language of Ghostface Killer. Oh my goodness. That take me back. That take me back. Goodness. Him and Raekwon. That there. Let's switch gears a little bit, y'all, because we done got a little we got a little buck wild with it. Let me take me a breath, come back down. I'm gonna need to smoke me something later. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful figure? Aren't you already in your brain? Ain't you already like, I could do this with that, I could do that with that, I could do that with that, and I could do this with that. Well, guess what, kiddies? You ain't got to guess no more. I've been finding some real banging ass bargains all over the place, man. Ask me. Go ahead, ask me. How much you think I paid for this? How much you think I paid for this? How much you think I paid for this? How much do you think I paid for it? Ain't nobody saying nothing? Yeah, ain't nobody gonna take a stab at it? Nobody. Thank you. Now we're gonna take it out the package, baby, because I want y'all mouths watering when you see it. Grace said $30. Katie say $25.99. Mario say 30. Ronnie say 20. Ray Smith say 50. Ronnie's closest. $19.99. I tell you, man, y'all better come talk to me when it's this kind. Bruh, I know how to find these biznargans. I'm telling you. Renekton and Nasus. They look like Anubis and what's the crocodile guy's name? Ooh, did I say crocodile god? Did somebody say Orisha? Look at it. That thing is gorgeous. Look at it. Oh my God. That is fire. That is fire. Look at that. Oh, and the lighting hit it just at the right time. Just look at that. Let's soak it in. Soak it in. Sobek. Yes. Sobek. Anubis and Sobek. That's what we're going to have. That's what we're going to have. And as you can see, let's grab Miss Brandon. Size-wise, compared to a Marvel Legends. So that's about 9. That's about a 9-inch. That's about 9-inch action figure there, just about 8, 9. Let me get my totally awesome Hulk and see how they stack up against each other. See how truly long and tall it is. Totally. Yeah. Oh, they staring at each other. Totally awesome Hulk. Yeah, they might have bias. So it's like maybe like maybe like 8, maybe 7, 7.5, 8. That's a nice figure. That's a nice size figure. Throw Hulk to the side here for a sec. But yeah, man. Oh my goodness. Where did I get him from? Either whichever one is entertainment. I think it's Big Bad Toy Store that has like the bargain bin of, man, they got, man, Big Bad Toy Store. Go to that site and look at it. Look at everything. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And give him his staff. And we about to be in business, baby. You understand me? You dig where I'm coming from, kid, daddy? There it is. There you go. Mm-hmm. You know what would be cool? Move that out of the way. To get him a scale. Could I find, like, because we know Anubis, when you reach the gates, he wants to weigh your life. So I wonder if I could get a gate, like a scale. So yeah, see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm make some more Reese's pop out, baby. And I found some more. League of Legends got some nice figures, y'all. I ain't gonna hate. Y'all want to jump in and get y'all some League of Legends figures? You should, especially because ain't nobody looking at them. But don't get it twisted, man. League of Legends got like some 70, 80, 90, $100 figures, but bro, because ain't nobody really checking for League of Legends, it's a lot of nice action figures you can walk away with. Paramilitary, soldier type stuff, fantasy type stuff, samurai, all kind of stuff. But Renekton here, who looks very much like Sobek, as my man Diabolical pointed out. Get a little close up on that mouth area. You know what I'm saying? He's hunched over. He almost kind of reminds me of those reptile creatures on Zathura, if you ever watched that movie with Josh Hutcherson and Dak Shepard. He's got a crescent blade for a weapon, but guess what else he's got? Get it up out here. He's got a tail. And if you better not be having me wrestling and fight. And it went right in too. Pause. Yeah, so that's and I'm assuming that the tail helps stabilize him since he's such a large and bulky character. He's got like almost like Hulk juggernaut size on him there. He's as big as he looks on the screen. So yeah. And then give him his crescent blade. Renekton, aka Sobek, is a very imposing presence. Soak that in, y'all. Soak that in. League of Legends. Don't sleep on them, y'all. Got some. They got a sister that I have my eye on. Female. Went on ahead, copied it. I think it was less than 10, man. There's a few of them in there, man. You just got to go look. And I think they're on Amazon too, and you can probably find some on Amazon for a player's price too. So, yeah, go ahead and get down for the get down, my people, if that's something you feel like you want to do. And I put it back up and look at it. Everything sits comfortably in its case, even without those little springy things that they tie them up like Frankenstein with. They sit perfectly. So all that much easier to put back in the box and put it away. So that is what's going on the action figure front. And y'all saw, I showed you the fly. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Y'all saw my fly, right? Pause. Y'all saw my fly action figure. Yes? Because if you didn't, I can go grab that too when I'm on the way back with totally awesome Hulk, dude. He's totally awesome. He all right. And see, come on, y'all. $7 to $12 on Amazon. So y'all rush that, man. I'm telling you. Rush that. Where you getting that at? Where you getting that at? Gotta hurry up and get them before the price goes back up. Yes, you do, sir. I can spend hours on Big Bad Toy Store. I want to say that's where I bought my Goliath figure from. That Super Adaptoid is coming down, I think, on Big Bad Toy Store. But until that because I don't think it's doing well at all. If somebody want to get that down into the 30s for me, I might cop it. But other than that, it ain't worth no $40, $50. And the show wasn't worth no 60, especially since they got it wrong. I'm gonna put this back over here, and I'm gonna snag my fly. Pause. And here we go with the fly. Who knows the origin of the character of the fly? Normally I don't like characters with screaming head sculpts like that because, as you know, I pose action figures, and so that makes it a limited number of scenarios that you could put, a character with a face like that in. You know what I mean? All that, that that look on your face, man, it's just you know what I mean? Um, and the fly comes with a pack, fits on his back. And in that pack, you connect the wings. Mm. Oh, because that's the wrong wing. I put a little elbow grease into it. See, I'm trying to do it right here, all neat and pretty for y'all on the screen, but you hear that little snap. And then there are his wings. And ladies and gentlemen, you got the fly. Just like that, peoples. Put him in one of those crazy flying poses. I'm angry and I don't know why. So that's the fly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna just sit him down here for now. And we gonna we said, come on. I couldn't work at Big Bad because my wife would be like, boy, how you only making $5 a month working there? What are all those little boxes in the closet? Bruh, low key, dealing with it right now. And I don't work at no toy store. I just collect. You can't get around in there. There's so many action figures. You don't need all that off in there. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. 100. 100. You are not alone. I am there with you. Boy, am I ever. I don't know, man. I mean, and I feel like me now, this is good for me compared to what I was doing 30 years ago. I could be all up into stuff like that, but I'm in my little universe, in my sphere of influence. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and dip to this next topic. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Avengers number 12, House of X. Now, if you ain't been keeping up, like mad keeping up with what's going on in the X books, like me, you didn't know anything about this organization called Orchis that systematically became probably one of the most deadly and implacable foes of mutants everywhere. Basically, mutant killers. They're literally the friends of humanity on steroids, and then you add the fact that they were able to steal Stark technology and they made Sentinels out of Iron Man technology. And that's what Iron Man is pissed about more than anything else. Y'all took my, because how deep does that sit with Tony when Tony's whole reason for being Iron Man is, well, not his whole reason, but one of the reasons is to keep his tech, his weapons out of the hands of people that want to misuse them. And I can't think of anybody that got a reason to misuse Stark technology more than the folks at Orchis. But let me tell you, it's some cold lines of dialogue in this sucker. Tony Stark is talking like Tony Stark, and you, bruh, and T'Challa, you talking about T'Challa shine, bruh. The T'Challa shine continues over here in Avengers number 12, and surprise appearance by your boy Delroy Garrett, aka Triathlon, working for the bad guys. He's their strategist. Ooh, another curveball. But we probably already knew that if we was rocking with the fall of the House of X and X-Men comics in general. Yeah, T'Challa shining. The Avengers are busy avengering and doing what they do. And let me just tell you, the Impossible City, if it were not for the Impossible City, there's a lot of stuff that couldn't have been done. So the Impossible City popped up at the exact perfect time. The exact perfect time. Yeah, and I tell you, this whole comic book, Thor's itching to hit something with a lightning bolt. But because they also go in there and there's mutants there and they can't really do, unleash and do what they want to do because there are innocents there, but I ain't gonna spoil too much of it for you, but just suffice to say, they did the damn thing. They did the damn thing. But the story continues in Iron Man, I believe it is, and then it's back to the pages of Avengers in 13. So if you want the entire story, you're going to have to rock with a couple different titles and not just this one. But because I am exclusively Avengers, I ain't going to be able to too much help you with that X-Men thing. Oh, we still talking about action figures? All winged figures need stands from the factory. Yeah, no. Depends on what kind of wings they are. The wings with the peg in them, more often than not, I could get a character to stand up with those as long as they aren't bloused out. And if you spread them and spread them out, you got to make sure you root them really good. But yeah, one of those little round stands will suffice. But back to business. Orchis is a mother effing problem. Yeah, they are, but Tony mad. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Tony's mad and Tony's mad. And when Tony gets mad, shit starts happening. The Avengers are doing their thing. But how Triathlon joined the dark side like that? Bruh, the only thing I could think of, it gotta be a double cross. Triathlon go, because he said, without spoiling too much of the story, he said first he's telling about, oh, I told you the Avengers was going to do this, that, and the third, but you ignored my warning. let me tell you. Well, MODOK is part of Orchis, if you didn't know. But him and MODOK are having a conversation, and he was, telling him, some stuff about how Black Panther did some things that he did. I can't tell you how, but without, revealing a lot. But Black Panther is very instrumental in causing some problems along with Tony. And MODOK says to him, if you think so highly of the Avengers, then what are you doing here, Garrett? And he says, let me tell you about the last time I was an Avenger. As part of the initiative, I brought in the cavalry during the Skrull invasion, which he did. And then they cut me loose. Why? For killing a Skrull. And that did occur in Avengers Initiative number 19. You can go back and read the story if you ain't 100 on it. Okay, so that's why Triathlon is kicking it with the enemies, because he feels slighted by the Avengers because they booted him for killing. Shit happens, bro. But you ain't dealing with Earth's mightiest. You ain't taking out Earth's mightiest. They gonna get to you if you ain't a plant in Orchis to double cross them later. They gonna get you. So yeah, I hate to see you go out like that, Triathlon, if that's what the case is gonna be. But you ain't never had a chance in the first place, bruh. So yay. That's what's going on with Avengers 12. I strongly suggest y'all run out and go pick that mug up. What up, we got? I hit that. We hit that. We hit me. And then we hit Bo. Oh, okay. I think we running ahead of schedule tonight. Good. You know what that means, don't you? Ain't nobody checking for you. They might not be, bro, but we don't need to be turning no more Black characters evil and getting them killed, or some stuff like that. One of the most obscure Black characters I could think of, Darkoth, the Death Demon. That should be right up your alley, Mr. Martin, because he is a product of the 70s and a Fantastic Four adjacent character. He purple. Remember Darkoth? He's purple, had the antennas. He used to be an Air Force pilot named Desmond Pitt. And hang on a second. I can show you better than I can tell you. I like pulling things up out of folders because it's fun. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Okay, this guy right here. I'm loading. Is that Jarence in the building? Asking, what about Lonnie? What about Lonnie Lincoln? What about Lonnie Lincoln? What about Lonnie Lincoln? What? Huh? You was finna say something? What about Lonnie Lincoln? What about Lonnie Lincoln, player? What about it? Talk to me. Or we just talk obscure black characters. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. That is Darkoth. That is Darkoth, the Death Demon. He's been transformed by Dr. Doom into what you see in front of you. So yeah, that's a brother. That's a brother right there. That's not a costume. That's him. He's been turned into that. He used to be a brother with a bald head. Yes, Darkoth. Yep, and he used to be Ben Grimm's homie. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why my phone keep going off. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for, yep, you guessed it, Q, my, A, and A, Q and A, Q and A. Let's make it official. Okay. Questions, concerns, comments, discussion that we want to comment on, discuss, talk about, because question and answers creates dialogue. And that's why I focus so much on questions and answers, because we get a whole gang of dialogue, not just out of stuff I've scripted or talked about, but stuff that you, the Rock With Me Nation, the Black Panther fan group, the Recast, the Charlotte crowd, the realists want to talk about. So, now that I have plugged it efficiently, it is up to you. While you're thinking about it, subliminal message. And I'm done. What do I want the Chiefs to do in round one next Thursday? An O lineman or a receiver. Because we can ill afford to wait for Rashee Rice to get through his legal woes and then come back and be a contributing factor. Preferably a big wide out that can catch the ball and get some yak. That's what we looking for right there. That part. Who do I think is winning the finals this year? Man, they done got so ridiculous with the play-ins and the playoffs I just got tired of all of it. I just basketball. I don't want to sit and watch a bunch of brothers shoot threes. That just isn't enticing to me. Okay, we on something else now, Jarence. Q&A. You got some questions for me? Throw me some questions, bro. Fallout. Diabolical. I will say this. I'm getting ready to do a video on Fallout. I'm gonna do a review on Fallout and tell you what I thought about it. So that will answer a lot of your questions, or it may raise some more questions after the video. Invincible season finale. That season finale was not a season finale to me. That's not what I was expecting for my season finale. It was good though. It's good though. It's a good episode. Have you seen Senna and Thresh League of Legends? If wait, I don't want to make no mistake before I tell it to you. Oh no, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I can show you. Ooh, there you go. So to answer your question, yeah. I agree, Paul Martin. Me too. Indeed, come on, y'all, but we ain't gonna spoil it for everybody else that's going to be watching my video. Yeah, indeed. What do you think about old boy betting against his team and getting banned? Deplorable? Pete Rose can't get away with it, neither should you. Yes, diabolical. Yes, I do watch Stranger Things. I like the Fallout series. Me too. Invincible needs to step it up next season. Facts. But yeah, they ain't gonna have no choice. And I need some more boys, man. They got to get the boys popping off. I mean, it's good and fine that y'all was doing what y'all doing, man, but we need the boys. I need to see that new season of the boys. Facts. So what's up with that? Ain't nobody ready for the next season of the boys? That's about all we're gonna be able to get. It seemed like. That's gonna be satisfying and ain't gonna cut us off, you know what I'm saying, at a really weird moment. How long we been waiting? Why did they make us wait so long for new season? There's a question. You got to wait 4 years to see the next season or something nowadays, man. Like, good Lord, man. Don't you want us to watch it? Why season 7 will be in 2029. Man, you want me to watch the show, don't you? I see a dope sister and Kivu Ma 2-packs for $13. Yeah, a very dope sister, and that's why I ordered it. Indeed, Kivu Ma. I guess you could use Threshed. Yeah, look at you. See, you're welcome. Ooh. I know you turned me on to good stuff too. Hated that. Oh, yeah. That had potential. Jupiter Legacy had potential. And plus, and there was a ton more material to go. You know what I mean? But as you know, folks don't like competition. Y'all got any more Q&A for your mans in there? Yes, it does, Kamoyo. Yes, it does. No more question mark? No more question mark? Ba-bam. Yes, I have seen Super Crooks, the animated continuation, or I guess you could call it a continuation of Jupiter's Legacy. Yeah, I did. I liked it. It's pretty good. Told from the crooks point of view, or the people who wasn't in the superhero team's point of view, other superpower beings. There we go. Yeah, that was a pretty good. Is it still on Netflix? I might go check it out. Well, hell, y'all. Well, hell. Well, hell. Well, y'all. We have endured and stayed the course. And we got a lot done. They tried to stop us. We got a lot done. We're gonna do more. How do I think Stan Lee and Jack Kirby would feel about what's going on with the MCU? Honestly, Diabolical, I think they'd be pissed, bro. I think they would be pissed beyond all levels of festivity because this is not what they had envisioned for their characters. And they were always asking what the fans wanted. Stan Lee was always asking, what do the fans want to see? We are bringing this to you because you asked for it, true believers. But when people die, sometimes people try to kill their legacy. Look here, y'all. This has been a romp to the stove, and I would like to do it some more. But as Kamoyo said, I got to go get my grub on and a few other things on before I call it a night. I appreciate the faithful. I appreciate the Recast T'Challa crowd. I appreciate the Black Panther fan group. I appreciate the Rock With Me Nation. I appreciate the realists. I appreciate everybody who came out to rock with me this evening. And I thank you. That's it for now. Fret not. I will be coming at y'all. Whoa. Look for my Fallout review this weekend. Look for my Ultimate Black Panther #3 review coming out this weekend. Look for my Avengers #12 review coming out this weekend. But gonna be a little different format for the review this time around, but nonetheless engaging. Now, that is it for now, but fret not. I will be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.